Hi, I'm Jen. Welcome back to the series. We are in installment 4 of 8 on our strengths development for individuals and teams. I hope so far this has been helpful. Today, what I wanted to focus on is something called theme dynamics. And this is a concept I don't always bring into every workshop. It's usually something we'll bring into a little bit longer workshops where we have a little bit more time, but I wanted to give you a sense of the concept. So theme dynamics is really rooted in the idea that none of us are showing up as just one thing. I'm not just showing up as restorative or just showing up as strategic. I am showing up as a combination of those natural tendencies that I have. And the same is true for you. And so when you think about your talents that you may have, whether you have the Gallup label for them or not, thinking about your talents and recognizing what does it look like when those talents intersect. So the intersection of those is this concept of theme dynamics. And so how I see this show up in organizations is sometimes it can be really powerful for an individual to start to develop an understanding of how they can combine their talents for greater impact. So as an example, let's say we had someone who was a developer. So developer is a relationship building theme. And inherently what a developer loves to do is invest in people. So I see a lot of developers in like the HR space, as you might imagine, but lots and lots of other industries and positions as well. But developers just get joy and momentum and energy from helping see others develop and helping them succeed, giving them the tools, mentoring them, being their cheerleader. The developers really are about that furthering of others. Developers can also be about personal development and developing yourself. So it can sort of exist in both places. But what ends up really powerful is if we have a developer that, let's say, also has analytic. Well, as an analytic, you're going to be looking for data, and success is often going to be tied to numbers. And so if I am developing you and serving in kind of that developer talent, and I'm bringing in my analytic, then that is, for me, that's going to look like setting measurable goals and helping ensure that we have something we can track to show the progress that you've made. If I'm thinking about the people I've developed, I may have that kind of internal metric of, well, how many people that I've developed have really gone on to progress well in their careers? So I may apply some analysis to the development work that I do. Everybody doesn't do that. And that's part of the strengths work, is really starting to understand that how I show up naturally isn't how other people show up. And the more I understand me, the more I can be curious about others and what's true for them. So another example, if I had someone, let's say, that maybe was a developer and an activator. So activator is an influencing theme. And so activators are exceedingly good at getting started with new projects and new initiatives. They have a lot of energy on just sort of pushing the button that says, let's go, let's do the thing. And so if I'm developing someone and I'm bringing that activator side of me, then it might look like helping that person find some things they can actually do. Is it a class they're going to take? Is it a new initiative they want to lead? How can I use that activator to help kind of create some momentum? So I think what becomes really important in this is to understand that that's how I'm going to show up. What I have is this responsibility to recognize that as I'm developing someone else, they might not have those things. So if they don't have analytic or they don't have activator, those metrics and that, decision to do the new class, whatever it might be, that may not serve them. So knowing how you show up is important, but having that curiosity of how is the person that I'm working with, what do they need? What is it that they're looking for? And how can I kind of think about that as I apply that developer side of myself? I hope that's helpful to think about how these things interact and to recognize none of us are any one thing, right? We're all very complex and we're all unique in the talents and the collection of talents that we bring to the table. If you're finding this series helpful, I hope that you will share it with a colleague, with a friend, someone else who might want to learn more about these talents. If they've missed the first few installments, they can find all of those on our website that they have already been published. So those are accessible on leadwithcuriosity.co. They can also click the link below and receive the remaining part of the series directly into their email, as can you. So I hope that is also helpful. We'll see you next time.